absolutely surreal for me to recognize the fact that I am about to embark on my 5th year in the real estate business, but I have learned so much in the last 4 years. And my goodness, and if you've been following me from the beginning, who I am today is very different from who I was 4 years ago. But with that being said, I've learned so much, and I want to share with you everything that I would do differently if I had to start over today. Number one advice I can give you, stop wasting time and avoid analysis paralysis. The amount of time that I wasted trying to prepare for myself to be ready and confident in this business was ridiculous. You are going to fail. You are going to say things that you probably shouldn't have said. You are going to embarrass yourself. That is just the reality of life when you're starting something new in any industry, in any hobby, whatever it might be. That is when you learn the most. Don't waste your time trying to set up the perfect website, the perfect this, perfecting your scripts, your marketing pieces. Now, don't get me wrong. How you present yourself in the business sense is incredibly important, and you want these things to look nice. But I mean, I probably spent tens and tens of hours trying to make my website the perfect, most looking website in the planet. I was an absolute perfectionist. And I think what I'm recognizing today is that yes, how you present yourself matters, but a lot of that time is wasted time to make yourself feel like you are being productive when you're not actually doing anything productive that's going to generate business for you, but rather be more of a marketing piece. Number two, don't throw unnecessary money at things that aren't going to make an impact. My biggest mistake was spending thousands, and I mean thousands of dollars that I really didn't have towards social media marketing on Facebook and Instagram. Now, in the grand scheme of things, it sounds like a good idea, but let me tell you this, I did it for over a year. I wasted thousands of dollars. I did not generate one single deal. I had no return on that investment, no ROI. That means it wasn't working. Second of all, you can't do specially targeted marketing on Facebook and Instagram due to fair housing laws. You can't choose where you want to market. You can't choose who you're marketing to. You can't choose the income bracket that you want to market towards. You are going to be forced to do a 15-mile radius marketing. Thousands of dollars, you're not targeting the real clientele that you want to work with. And two, you're going to probably attract people that aren't serious and aren't legitimate. On the topic of marketing, third advice towards myself and to you, I guess, if you're brand new, is don't skip the prospecting route and go straight to the marketing route. That's what I did. I hated the idea of cold calling, door knocking, doing things to generate business, and I wanted to go more of the marketing route. Granted, I'm a very creative person. I love marketing. I still love marketing today, but you need to learn how to hunt before you can learn how to farm. And on the topic of prospecting, my fourth advice would be is position yourself. I would position myself in better opportunities to have real-time conversations with people about real estate, being face-to-face. Whether it's open houses or, for me, especially in most recent years, heavy networking. There are so many agents in this world. And I don't think a lot of people recognize this, but when you come into the industry, everyone and their grandmother knows a list of realtors. Who they're going to pick is the one that makes them feel the most confident, who they trust, who they gravitate towards, whose personality they enjoy working with. You need to start talking and having real-time conversations, meeting people, and staying top of mind later on. Next piece of advice, I can't remember what number we are on, but don't throw your eggs in a gazillion different baskets. A common mistake that I see is people trying one form of prospecting for 2 months. They don't get a result, so they go to the next thing for 2 months. They don't get a result, and they go to the next thing for 2 months. Versus if they had stick with the first one and had done it through for those 6 months, they're going to have a much higher return than on someone who's hopping from basket to basket. Pick between 1 to 3 forms of prospecting, stick with it, and in time, it will pay off. This is a side little note that's more personal past advice I would give myself, but it's very easy when you get into this business, especially if you're financially independent, you have no one supporting you, to hoard and hold on to your money in fear of when you're going to get your next deal. I did this for years, and I mean hoarded all my money. I was too scared to invest. I was too scared to spend money. I was too scared to travel. And don't get me wrong, you need to be smart with your finances, and you do need to have a nest egg and an emergency fund in case you don't close a deal for 6 months to a year. But when you get to a position where you can take that risk and spend a little bit of money on yourself, I highly recommend it. Go and travel the world. Go and enjoy those experiences. This is all part of life. We can't be 100% business focused all the time. Next form of advice, figure out who your target market is, whether it's a location, a specific niche in a person. It's very easy to get distracted when you're new and chase clients in every other direction that you can. Now, granted, you're bound to do it. We all do it. We all have done it. But as you get a little more established, don't be afraid to start really heavily focusing on a specific niche, on a specific neighborhood or area or type of home or type of client. This is going to help you and allow you to specialize, and specialists always get paid more than generous. Next piece of advice, I would have invested in better filming equipment sooner than later. Social media marketing, video content creation has heavily impacted the success that I've had in this business. And I could tell you, I went years without buying a little mic. Where's my mic? I went years without wearing a mic. And looking back on it, my old videos, the audio quality is horrible. So I didn't want to spend the $30 on a mic, ring light, tripod, whatever it might be. These were all important things that have really taken the quality of my videos to the next level than before. So I would heavily suggest that you invest into good quality equipment. Don't be afraid to invest in yourself and invest into your business. Time block and actually follow a schedule. I think it's very easy for people to come into this industry and say, I'm self-employed, I'm my own boss, and then not follow a routine and end up wasting half of their day doing things that are not actually going to benefit their business. Set a routine, morning routine, what you're going to do during the day, dedicating an hour of power to ensure that you're prospecting and following that schedule. You are now your own boss. And the best piece of advice I've ever heard is that when you are in this type of industry, the ones that are most successful are the ones that act like they are an employee and they have to do the things that they're required to do in order to get paid. And last piece of advice, don't be afraid to establish clear goals from the get-go. I think it's easy to come into this industry when you're brand new and say, it's my first year, I'm just gonna wait it out. I'll see how this year unfolds. I'll see what kind of numbers I produce. That's not gonna get you anywhere. When you set hard goals for yourself and you say, listen, you know what, this year I'm gonna close 10 transactions. And that's going to equate to this amount of commission, and that's going to be my take home. With that money, I can then live this kind of life. By having those hard set goals, having a vision board, understanding your why you're doing what you're doing, and what's driving you towards success, this is going to allow you to speed up that process so much quicker than someone who's just sitting around and waiting for business to come to them and to see how their year unfolds. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself. You're already watching this video, meaning you're 10 steps ahead of someone who isn't doing their homework to do better in their life. Good luck, and I'll see you in my next video.